ArtWeek is a accumulation of the work that's being done by the local Arts Council, headed by Andrew Buttieri and Melissa Kenny and others. You know, what it brings to the community is all these different artists, young and old, and I've been able to see some fine art throughout the whole community in all different levels. And bringing the people here from all over the Commonwealth to showcase what we have here for arts and culture only makes the 2020 experience coming up even that much better for people.
What the Cultural District's mission really is to be able to collaborate with local businesses and the art community, the cultural events, and to really be able to create different programs throughout the week and actually throughout the year that are unique, participatory. But the bottom line is that we like to get businesses to be able to get people, visitors to come into town and to help ring the registers of all the local businesses.
As a business owner, ArtWeek is great because it helps the local artists come out, express themselves, and we support them, especially since we let the local artists put their artwork all over our walls.
What's up with Pikachu?
Pikachu was, we originally got Pikachu for Halloween, just as an advertisement, you know, but it seems that children love it, and it shows people that, hey, you can come take pictures, you don't have to come into the restaurant, we're family friendly, and it's just helping downtown bring in more people, even though it's just one little thing.
So the history of ArtWeek is actually through Boston, and so the Box Centers, Sue Dahl and Sullivan with the Box Centers created ArtWeek based on Restaurant Week, and so initially, I believe it started 6 years ago. It was held twice a year to make the arts accessible and affordable to people who may not otherwise participate. Just last year they decided to go statewide, and so for the first time they were throughout Massachusetts, Plymouth being one of the new areas. And so they're just continuing. So instead of 2 years, it's now 1 year, but again statewide. This year they had 600 submissions from across the state for events. Of those 600, well over 500 were accepted, and so in Plymouth that includes 29 events that we have versus 24 last year.
One of the events that we are hosting as a cultural district is called More Love is Okay, and we're working with an artist, Franklin Marval, who is an artist from Boston, and he has a theme in a program that he has been sharing basically internationally, because he's Venezuelan, around the world, about more love is okay, trying to bring love to everybody's hearts and minds with all the difficult times that we're seeing around the world. So last year, Franklin had this large 10-foot wide or 10-foot high gold gilded picture frame that he actually had installed on the Rose Kennedy Greenway in Boston.
There is not a dynamic on place, but when you see people get into the picture, getting into the frame with the heart behind, they are like kids again. So by creating an opportunity to be kids again, it's just great. And you have to see the people when they go there, and just to remind ourselves that it's good to smile, it is good to join something. But because I've been doing this for a little while now, before jumping to action, or before saying something, I stop and listen. And then by doing that, I realize that I'm being wrong a lot of time. So by doing this, More Love is Okay, saying, I'm open to understanding.
About 4 years ago, we came up with the idea to run art shows at the Dirty Water Distillery, and they're super great. They're very supportive and always willing to try anything you kind of come up with. They're down for. And we started running these art shows, and we rolled them into ArtWeek. So we try to run them twice a year. The past couple of years, it's only been during ArtWeek. The artists who participate represent the area because, one, they're local, and two, once they kind of get involved, they tend to stay involved. It's not just the arts. I mean, everything in Plymouth right now is on the uptick. When I first moved down here, what I loved about it was it felt like I was on vacation all the time. I'd get out of work and I could go hang out by the water. And now it's beyond that. There's a certain mentality that seems to attract people in Plymouth, but it's this mentality of, yeah, sure, let's do it, and not even care about what's involved or exactly what you're asking. It's just everybody wants to take part and support everybody else, and it becomes a family.
Let's pay attention to our surroundings and join the community, participate. That's the key for everything. And I will say that I think that's what we need. Be outside, get together, help, be part of the community, interact with the people. I think that's very important. We need to interact. If we look, we will see it. And like I said before, there is a lot of good people out there waiting for you to join them. And then remind ourselves that more love is okay. And that's the key.